look,
listen.
Darn it.
Taylor.
Episode 154. We've been doing this nonsense. It's a podcast about Pokemon and other things this week. Episode Horizons 99, and I'm going to title this one, Geese Peep, You'll Never Guess Who They're Bringing Back to the Anime. And people are going to think it's Ash, but really it's going to be somebody else.
Joke's on them.
Jokes on everybody. Geese Peep, look, can you hear in my voice that it's earlier than normal? Because I can. Well, great. Just wonderful. I hope everybody enjoys this little podcast then, huh?
What movie is that from? Well, that's great.
Well,
that's just great. Or something like that, right?
I think that's a few movies.
Oh, it's Jaws. That's the one I'm thinking.
Oh, I was going to say, I think any point in the 80s, that's how everybody spoke was, oh, well, great. Yeah, buddy.
I wonder when sarcasm was invented.
Sure thing, pal. Some say it has yet to be invented in some parts of the world.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
I'm starving.
Wow.
Wow.
You can't just add a tone and it becomes sarcastic.
What's up, gamers? Geese Peep, can you please look? I'm so hungry. I need a Tamago Pond. Can you start us off strong with the best Geese of the Week, what you've been peeping, we have ever heard? The stakes are so high right now for you to give the most thrilling, entertaining one we've ever heard, because Taylor and I's will be less interesting, please. Geese of the Week, what you've been peeping. Throw it to her, Geese. Geese, peep, geese, 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 geese.
Geese. What? No, honk. It sounds like I'm talking about Twin Peaks. Go on, Geese.
Guys, I had a doctor's appointment yesterday, and I had blood work done.
I thought that was this morning. No, it was yesterday. Taylor, it was yesterday.
Oh.
Taylor, it was yesterday. Ugh.
I'm sorry.
Look, I was looking at my test results, and it's all a bunch of different panels that test different things.
Everybody, we're excited to hear about A1C levels.
Yeah.
Are they good? Or are they bad?
What? I can't. Haven't heard anything she said, because Taylor talked during all of them.
All but one of them. Oh wait, sorry. All but two of them are abnormal, which is really fun.
Indeed.
Guys, I have no iron.
We're always trying to give you cups of ice for iron. Why don't you take the iron supplements I bought you?
Eat more red meat.
I literally.
No, I mean, you can't. If I'm telling you more, that means it's like I haven't.
He brought up a linguistic truth that is the truth in all. You know how in Soul Calibur, it's a tale across time, told multiple stories?
Is
it? Yes.
Wait, did they go in different generations, or is there a time machine?
Exactly. And that's what I'm telling her to do. Just take more iron across all
here.
times.
Okay, so
instead of Maureen, we're going to call you more iron.
Her name's Geese.
Got him.
Oh,
okay.
Sorry.
So the normal range for ferritin, which is iron, is 16 to 154 nanograms per milliliter.
Deciliter.
What do you guys think my number is?
2.
1.
It's 1.
Ha ha! Oh, Price is Right rules too. Man. Well, I guess I just got the correct number.
That's crazy. You win. Taylor,
right, long story short, Geese got her blood work. She needs iron. She needs daylight. She's the opposite of a vampire. Congratulations.
Taylor, this week I've been playing Smash Ultimate on the Switch too.
Now, we were having an issue with Piranha Plant.
Yeah.
That I'm still kind of curious that you couldn't find a thread on. I don't know if anybody plays Smash Ultimate regularly with the new controller for the Switch 2. It's probably one of you. Are you having an issue making tiny changes to your character's direction?
People have complained about this controller when trying to play Wind Waker. They said they were falling off. They were just holding the stick forward and falling off ledges they shouldn't be falling off. Yeah, there's something wrong with the coding of the way it is reading some of the directions on the control stick. Because if I hold down left on my other stick, he does the move. If I hold down left on the new one, he doesn't do the move. So,
I wonder if it's reading inputs as multiple inputs.
I have no idea. It's messed up and everybody's upset, but I still like Piranha Plant. He's still my boy. I can still play with my old Orange Spice GameCube controller I got on the shores of Yokohama. Taylor, why don't you talk about Smash Ultimate and then a little bit about Destiny 2 on this week, this crazy, wild week of watching, playing, eating. Excuse me, what you been geesing people of the week?
Well, listen, have I put off playing Destiny for 7 months? Is it like a drug that when you stop, you realize your life is better without?
No.
Yes and yes.
Oh.
I unfortunately put $100 into this season's expansion pass, and I can't lose that content because Destiny 2 has a very fun feature where they remove content regularly.
The vault, they call it.
Which has been involved in a lawsuit, which is so funny to me.
You better sign up.
They were doing like some C&D or something.
Cease and desist?
I can't remember what the actual lawsuit was involving. But they were running into road bumps constantly, and it was because they vault content. Yep. So they didn't have access to anything they needed to continue the case. It was very funny. That's been a nonstop grind.
Hi, I have a question from the audience.
Yes, hi. Is this Miss Geese Peep?
Hi.
Yes, it is. Did you finish Expedition 33, Claire Obscura, whatever?
Not yet. I can finish, which is the point that I normally end in JRPGs, is when I just drop it and I say, I don't want this adventure to end. I'm going to finish it, but I'm doing all the side content right now. I had to bench that for Destiny 2 Rush.
Oh my god. They'll make a sequel.
It's so pretty.
You can beat it. They'll make a sequel. It's all right.
Yeah, but you know.
Yeah. If you want it, but just to cap off Taylor's Destiny talk, it's so funny because in a lot of these live service games this way, if you wanted to play the video game that came out day one, that doesn't exist. Like, imagine playing vanilla Destiny. It's not there.
Well, Destiny 1 is, but not vanilla, I think.
No, I'm saying, like, whatever content was there when it first came out is not accessible to you.
It's very funny with Destiny 2, and I'm sorry to bore you, Geese, but the most interesting campaign in Destiny 2 is not accessible.
Good stuff.
Is that the which one?
I don't know which one it is because I started Destiny 2 very late, like relatively recently. It was like a year and a half, 2 years ago. It was your guardian loses all their abilities and you have an old rusty pistol and you don't have the access to your res feature. And I was like, ooh, this is so sick. But I was kind of burnt out on Destiny 1, so I just said, I'll play it later. And then later never came.
Guardian. All right, Geese Beep.
Guardian.
Guardian.
The character from Metro 2033.
Geese Beep. Yeah, Geese Beep. Can we please hear about Watermelon and Gilded Age this morning? This beautiful, bright, sunny morning.
I just really love watermelon, and if it's summertime, you know I'm munching on some watermelon.
Yeah,
Do you eat it with salt? You don't eat it with salt? Have you tried it with salt?
No, I just like the straight up watermelon.
Try it with salt, Geese.
No, don't tell me what to do.
Don't tell me. First of all, I don't like watermelon. It doesn't taste like anything. Waste of time. That being said, I've watched this video of this man have all these watermelons in this ice cold water bath, and he pulls them out and he gets this giant metal thing that he just shoves right into it and makes a big hole, and then gets a power mixer and mixes up all the watermelon inside, and it looks like the tastiest treat known to man.
Try it with some salt, Geese.
I know it's not, but
no.
If you've never tried it, what's stopping you? You love this. It would make it even better potentially.
Maybe, I don't know.
Like, try it once. They're not gonna tattoo you.
Okay. Jeez.
Jeez.
I can't believe, Michael, you don't like watermelon. You must have not had a good watermelon.
It doesn't taste like anything.
That's why you use salt, because that makes it sweeter and the flavor more pungent.
I don't like cantaloupe. Sweet. I don't like honeydew. All these melons.
I don't like cantaloupe or honeydew.
If you're giving me a delicious fruit salad and I'm looking forward to all those little bits of banana and cherries and whatnot, and kiwi, delicious, and strawberry, excuse me, wonderful. But then 90% of it is dang honeydew. Melon.
Yeah.
Get out of here. You're ripping me off.
One of the funniest things that's ever happened to me that I think about at least once a month is maybe 10 years ago, maybe 15 years ago. I was driving by just a long stretch of road, and there was a person sitting in the back of a truck full of watermelons.
Oh, no.
And a gigantic sign that just said fresh berries. And I'm thinking of the look on his face with that fresh berries sign is still brings a tear to the eye.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Geese Peep, you've been doing something with Gilded Age, the classic MMO RPG, free for the first 30 days.
Oh.
So Gilded Age is a show by the person who did Downton Abbey, and it's on HBO, but we don't have HBO, so my mom gets the DVDs from the library.
You literally have HBO. I could turn on HBO Max right now and your name is there. It says Maureen.
It does.
You're logged into HBO. What do you mean you don't have HBO? It's not on your TV downstairs? logged in on my account?
No.
It says your name on my HBO account.
I don't know what to tell you.
It says me, Taylor, Maureen, in Nana's house.
Well, we're not logged on. Also, that's a whole ordeal. I'm not going to do my parent TV.
No. What do you mean you're not going to do your parents' TV? You guys always put yourself into situations where it's hard to log in. When you're dealing with a TV, a smart TV, it's so easy. It just says scan this QR code, put in this 4-digit code, auto sign in, perfect, easy, simple. Everybody's watching Gilded Age.
I'm not going to give my parents access to your HBO account.
Oh my God.
It's her taking power back from them.
Yes, thank you. Anyway, it looks bad on DVD.
Really?
It does not. It looks like standard definition on DVD.
I'll bet it looks great on VHS.
I hate to tell you this, DVD is standard def.
That was the whole thing, was there was an HD DVD and Blu-ray that brought things into high def.
Well, that would make sense. Anyway, the show's okay. It's not as good as Downton Abbey. The costumes are great. The characters are not compelling.
Well, give it time.
It's just like
Downton Abbey's got just generations of history. Gilded Age, give it time.
Well, we're on like episode 5 or 6. Like things have happened, but it's not interesting. It's you just put it on the background and things happen. I don't know. It's whatever.
Okay, so put that in your score, probably a 6.2.
6.2. Like. Guys, I think it's probably time to move on to a Sarah B, my boy. It doesn't matter if it's been less than 24. It doesn't matter if it's been less than 18 hours since last Poké-news of the week. My boy Sarah B. Joe gives me news for months every day. With that being said, the latest Pokemon Home medal has been announced.
I thought you were gonna say, with that being said, there's no news.
No, there's always news in Pokemon. The new medal, Geese Peep, it can be obtained at the Pokemon Discovery Adventure in Osaka City and Umekita event from today until October 31st, 2025. Very exciting. Hope it works for all of you, because I certainly stood.
It won't.
I stood by the medal in Sunshine City for days and it never worked.
I stand by
medal. You never got it?
No, it didn't work for any of us.
Why don't you contact support?
Yeah, in Japanese. What are they going to say? We're going to say, sorry, nothing can be done. Or they're not going to understand what I'm doing at all. Also, Sarah B reports that Pokemon TCG Bucket has had its monthly refresh, adding EV cosmetic items to the premium shop. Ooh, look at this Tapu Koko EX promo. It's available through premium missions, which I just canceled after a conversation about Pokemon Pocket TCG. So,
as an aside for TCG, I've found that Magic is having the exact same issue that TCG Pocket is, where there are just too many sets and too many cards, and they're upping the new card rate because they want people to be, spending money. But at a certain point, you're thinking, I'm not getting anything out of this anymore. This is homework.
You talking about Magic the Gathering?
Magic the Gathering, yeah. Final Fantasy set just came out.
It came out a little bit ago. That was a very sick set. I want that.
Who doesn't?
Also, in our final piece of news, Pokemon Go has enabled standard Gimmighoul roaming form shiny, and it can now be sent to Pokemon Home and Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. What, Geese Peep? What is this face? What are these eyebrows?
You said so many words that didn't make any sense together.
You mean he said so many words that you don't like, because for longtime listeners, they'll know the truth. You hate Gimmighoul.
It's true.
Say it, Geese.
Say it.
Set yourself free.
Fine.
Say it
I hate him.
No, I can't believe you hate him. It's ridiculous.
He's a baby. She doesn't actually mind Gimmighoul. She just doesn't like Goldango because she doesn't like cheese stick mascots. But anyway,
he's not cheese stick.
He's a mozzarella string cheese. And
yeah,
don't lie. He's from the 90s.
Yeah.
Don't lie.
Yeah.
Anyway,
skateboards.
Though I just gave you news, could this perhaps be fake news? Because Joe Sarabee, I believe, and everybody else is reporting, there's no shiny normal Gimmighouls, only shiny costume Gimmighouls, which you can't even send to Scarlet and Violet, let alone evolve. So, terrible news.
What color are they?
He looks slightly more white.
Let me see.
And slightly less gray.
Oh, yeah, a little less like a stereotypical alien.
Goldango, I'll admit, difficult to see the difference.
That would be funny if one of them was just pure white, so it was literally a string cheese.
And that concludes Poké-news of the week.
Oh, sorry.
It is now time to discuss an episode of Pokemon, and boy, are we ahead of schedule. Geese Peep, can you please tell me to tell Taylor for what happened last time on Pokes? Geese Peep.
Taylor, can you tell Michael to tell you to tell me to tell you to
tell
talk
me
about last time on Pokes?
Geese, can you tell Michael that he needs to tell you to tell me to tell you to tell him to tell you to tell me that I need to say what happened with last time on Pokes?
Guys, you can fast forward like 30 seconds. This is going to be going on for a while. We got to fill up 24 minutes.
Boy. What did give me a quick refresher.
We literally recorded yesterday, Taylor.
Yeah, but in my mind is today's episode, and I don't want to conflate the two because all I'm doing is thinking about Oreos, as per usual. Anyway, previously on Pokemon, the gang runs into Murdoch and teaches him a thing or two about kids growing up.
Wow. Geese Peep, can you please
tell me? We can't say the same thing.
Yeah, I know.
Just go ahead, Geese. Just go for it.
Can you, Taylor, calm yourself, first of all. Taylor, calm yourself. Geese Peep.
Taylor, can you please be calm?
I need the English language to be spoken out of Geese Peep's lips, and I need to hear the title of episode 99.
The funny thing about that is I'm always yelling at whoever the least aggressive, quietest person in the pool is. Whenever people are like getting upset with one another over a car or a call. And I'm sitting there and I'm saying, I'll use my friend Zach, for instance. I'll say, Zach, first of all, watch your tone. And he's just sitting there off to the side quietly. And it just adds so much chaotic energy to whatever the exchange is. It's great.
In English, please, Geese Peep.
A flightless Oreo and...
Ellipses. Or in English, 飛べないオリオと?
And by English, you mean Japanese, of course.
That's what I said. I spoke Japanese. Perfect Japanese.
In English.
Name me one Japanese person who would be able to identify that wasn't a native Japanese speaker.
Good pal Hiroto.
Listen to how good this Japanese sounds. Listen to this. Listen to how good this Japanese. This is going to sound native level. Watch this. Watch
okay.
This. Listen. Excuse me. 飛べないオリオと. You kidding me?
Wait, who just broke into the podcast recording
wow.
area?
Yamazuki!
Oh my goodness. A real authentic Japanese person.
Oh my God. Sumimasen. Geese Peep, can you please tell us a one-sentence synopsis for this Oreo special, please? Pokeball, please.
No, that's the whole point. It doesn't work. You'll get what you get.
No, that's not what it's called in English. It's called Pokeball, not Monster Ball.
I know,
she's making a different... Yeah, you're making good commentary there, Geese.
Thank you. The Monster Ball Industrial Complex and Double Stuffed Oreo Suppression.
Triple Stuffed Oreos.
Those were
Do you guys like Double Stuffed Oreos?
No.
Yes.
No, right?
The balance is great.
All of you stop.
God.
I like thin Oreos, and I like to dip thin Oreos like they're chips into peanut butter.
I'm a fan of the regular ones. And peanut butter and Oreos is great. I'm still shocked that you have high cholesterol, Geese.
All right. The episode has begun. It's Oreo time. The kids have made it to Galar. Oh, my
it's
God.
Oreo time, kid.
The Winkles are flying by. Geese Peep. Oh, my God. Ult is... What? Ult's sick. Geese Peep. He's always got the Raging Cajuns. What's it called when you're motion sick?
The itis.
You're motion sick.
He should have taken a Dramamine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I'm always saying. So apparently we learned that after all this time, Oreos has been staying with her live-in girlfriend, Karna, at the Pokeball factory. She ran back to her. They're back together. It's all very exciting.
I was so excited. And actually, they do make a lot of sense as a couple. I was so excited to see Oreos.
Taylor loves Oreos.
I really do.
So much.
She's great.
Just so capable.
We get one of the quickest theme songs I've ever seen. We just introduce, oh, she's here, theme song. We're back in the theme song.
Knock, knock. It's not delivery, people. It's a bunch of children.
Oh my gosh. Did you guys see right before they did the theme song, they just showed Oreo like sliding things up and down?
That's coming up later. That's coming up later.
Oh.
Yeah, I did write that. And it was very funny. We're back in the theme song.
And what were you saying, Geese?
No, she can say it when it comes up.
Oh, okay.
We're back in the theme song, Elekid Magby still at it. Geese Peep, I'm a little surprised they haven't evolved yet, but that's all right. We love the babies. We love Elekid City, and we love Magby.
I don't know how much they're doing that would make them evolve.
They're playing around. They're helping.
Yeah.
What, do you got a battle to? Oh, you do.
Or
you could eat a lot of treats. You could evolve into a chubby little Lycanroc.
Yeah.
So.
Chubby Magby. Oh, chubby Elekid would be so good.
He's a baby.
That would be good.
We see Sinistea and Poltegeist. They're flying around as the two girlies try to get everything ready. Oh my God, they're on a time crunch, Geese Peep. We got. You're telling me we got new buyers? We got new clients and customers that are buying, but the problem is we don't even get to make Pokeballs. They want these junk whatever spheres, and in my genius mind, I think, oh my God,
who could have seen that?
Don't tell me. I'm not going to spoil it now for the listeners, but don't tell me.
Or sorry.
Don't tell me. Don't say it ain't so, Geese Peep.
No, they want
say they're not our heroes.
No, you don't even need to say it because they're clearly just making replica Pokeballs.
I certainly hope so.
What I don't get is she would have known that it was Exceed. It's not like they were hiding who they were.
They were a proxy.
Hold on, everybody. Screech, Tokyo Drift. We're going to talk about that so much deeper in the episode, but
Screech,
I guess we'll bring it up now. You guys, the audience must be so confused. We haven't said what it is yet. I said that's a spoiler. We're going to bring it up later. I'll bring it up when it comes up.
Yeah,
Jesus
spoilers.
God.
What on earth?
So here's what Geese Peep was talking about. One of the funniest moments of the episode.
Go on, Geese.
Oreo's pretending to work. And Geese
Her
Peep,
just
please.
sliding like little dials up and down.
I was going to ask Taylor, what are those called? I wrote dials/sliders. They're just little guys. Yeah, sliders. Delicious hamburgers.
Sliders. Not from White Castle. Sorry, White Castle fans. Your burgers aren't great. Castle. You're like next to White Castle Land.
White Castle's not good. But Karna slips on a Pokeball. She lands in a big, giant container of scrap metal. Luckily, she's not horrifically injured.
None of it's rusty. It's the only way you can get injured, Geese, is if there's rust in.
Well, at this point, Karna and Oreos have a conversation about, we would never cut corners, huh? Wow, it sure seems like you're a little stick in the mud, huh, lately? Sure are sad. You're pushing your feelings deep down, isn't that right?
And I was thinking, I don't know if the writers intended it because it plays so incredibly well for an American audience, or a Western audience, I should say. This is the 1 year mark is exactly when these conversations would start. It's after the honeymoon period, after you've started adjusting to the other person's idiosyncrasies, and you're living together, and it's, why don't you do all of the dishes at once? Or why do you put the toilet paper like that? And her saying, you're a bit of a stick in the mud, is just such it is great.
The moral of the story is that times are very tough right now. And then we get a recurring joke. Everybody's laughing, Geese Peep, where Karna accidentally takes a sip of some Sinistea, and boy, is it ever disgusting.
This episode does a lot of recurring bits, and I wanted to have a problem with them, but I couldn't because they were all executed pretty darn well.
I'm going to spoil now. This is a bit of a serious episode. I think it may be a good episode, Geese Peep.
This is a fantastic episode.
Geese Peep,
what's your score?
Well, the kids have arrived, and they're like, hey, what's up, guys? It's us, the kids.
Oh, my God. You're telling me they rang the doorbell, and it wasn't even the delivery people? It's actually Liko, Roy, Olt? You kidding me? Oh, my God. Oreo can't believe her eyes. Karna can't believe her eyes. These Pokemon have evolved. Are you kidding me? Look at all these evolved Pokemon.
Liko's so tall. Dot has a new look. I love that Ult introduces Sableye and the little gremlin is on his back.
I love that Ult's reaction to two whole women answering the doors to hide in the bushes. It's good stuff.
Yeah.
Oreo then admits she's a bit surprised that the kids found her at the Pokeball factory, and the kids say, Murdoch told us you were here. When you didn't answer your phone or respond, we just decided to show up. That's fun.
Oh, I love how he's like so impatient. He's like, all right, enough hellos. Just tell her why we're here.
Yeah, this is after they invited them in for tea, and Ult has no time for tea. And the kids say, "Oh, you need to learn some manners, first of all. You need to learn how to, behave yourself here." And Geese Peep, the truth comes out. They tell her all about what's been going on with the Rising Bolt Tacklers, Explorers. Clearly not the Laqua spheres, I guess. Clearly not about the Strong spheres.
Yeah,
Strange.
they should have included that, perhaps.
Yeah, probably. The kids say, "Oreos, can you please make me an airship, please?"
It was
Ooh.
them bowing. First of all, the order of them bowing was perfect because Dot and Liko, being introverted, anxiety-ridden people, bow immediately. Roy, who's the one who was just like, "Oh, you need to build us this." Not in a, "Could you please do us a favor? Could you maybe consider helping us find a way?" He just said, "No, you need to build us a new ship." Is the last to bow.
Yeah, we heard you dismantled the old one. We need a new one. And here's the thing, Geese Peep. Oreos looks into Roy's face, and she sees some Fritos in him. And she's not going to let it happen again. She's not going to lose another one. So she runs off.
It was pretty funny how when Roy bowed, Cap stayed completely in the exact same position.
She says, "You kids need to find somebody else. It's not going to be me." And at this point, Alt says, "Just go back in there and talk to him again." And they have to explain to this little French boy the Japanese concept of reading the room. And I think there's an air joke that's being made about it. You got to let the situation air out a little bit. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. At this point, somebody brought up Captain Pikachu. He decides he's going to make a stand. That boy jumps off of Roy's back and sprints off into the forest, I guess telling the rest of the kids to follow, which they do other than Alt.
Little spoiler here, but it's very funny what Cap's plan is. Because I thought, oh, this must be a multi-step, really cleverly implemented convincing strategy. And we'll see what it is.
It's a pyramid scheme of sorts.
Kind of.
I don't know if you guys noticed, but the running animation into the forest to the airship was
The
very
slideshow?
funny.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was pretty goofy.
Yeah.
We're not there yet, but I also wrote very odd animation.
The bad thing is the part before the title card was very well animated. Like it had, like looking at Oreos and Elekid and how their animation was working, I was like, oh, this is going to be a well animated episode. Not the case.
So now we reach the second instance of both of the tea Pokemon, Sinistea and Poltegeist, tricking Alt into drinking the tea, and he is just beyond paralyzed and destroyed, and he's just going to sit by a tree now. I think at some point, Karn is going to come out and see if he's okay.
Yeah.
But yes, now we're at the scene Geese Peep was talking about. I don't know what it looks like somebody did a storyboard and they forgot to actually follow through with animation.
Yeah.
Because the kids are just walking into a green flash animation effect. That are these trees? Are these bushes?
It's very
I don't know what they're doing.
It's so funny.
Anyway, I'm going to tell you something. Captain Pikachu, that boy can smell salami from anywhere, and he runs straight to the brave Olivine. You're telling me it hasn't been dismantled at all?
Wow.
It's completely perfect, kept up, wonderful. All the pokes are here. We got Pommy. We got Snowrunt. Shuckle, you too? Alolan Muck? How can we forget you, Alolan Muck?
And this means that they're all living there, right? So that means Oreos is probably living on that.
Well, we hear some point later in the episode that she's not there all the time and the Pokemon would prefer her to be there more often. I guess she stops by. Yeah, oh yeah, she's there every day because she does maintenance on the ship.
So why wouldn't the Pokemon be at the factory?
They're in hiding. They got that Rising Voltacular stink on them, maybe.
What, everybody's saying, oh, Exceed really told us to look out for this Shuckle?
Yeah, well, they collect berries and they live in the house.
They're in the middle of the forest.
The factory's only big enough.
Would you rather be in the forest on an airship or in a factory, Taylor?
Factory. With the person that I can talk to.
The factory's barely big enough for two baby Pokemon. It can't fit in a Alolan Muck and a Noctowl. Kidding me? All the stars are here.
Yeah, I guess that's true. That gigantic airship cabin.
That's what I'm saying. They have their own floor. Remember they had Poke Party? They had the Pokemon Fight Club.
Yeah.
You play poker at night?
Yeah, I guess they don't need a whole lot of space.
You telling me they got Slugma and Carkol? Taylor?
I
Nose Pass, my boy, is here.
I was laughing real loud at Slugma's cry.
Oh, yeah, he's goofball deluxe, Geese Peep. At this point, Geese Peep, who sprints in after the kids?
A certain Oreo?
Karna.
That's right, Geese Peep. Also, Tatsugiri's here. We didn't lose Tatsugiri. Nobody get concerned, okay?
I was for a second.
I know. So, here's what happened a year ago. She's going to tell all the kids. Oreo shows up. She says, please give me a job at the factory. And she actually doesn't reveal a lot to Karna right off the bat.
And Karna addresses this saying, I didn't want to pry.
Yeah, you didn't want
to. Which, the last time I saw this person, they were going off on a giant adventure. All of these people were on the airship. And all of a sudden, it's just that person on the airship with all of the other people's Pokemon saying, I'd like a job. I would have said something.
At this point, the kids are actually pretty excited hearing this because they're like, what are you talking about? So you're telling me this ship is just perfect, ready to go? Let's go then. Let's all go on a big giant adventure. Let's do it. Clearly, Oreo's is just lying. She's holding her feelings deep down inside of her if she's making sure the ship is in ship shape, taking care of all these Pokemon. Kidding me?
Which doesn't really track for her character, but I understand.
Now, Geese Peep, we're going to cut to a sunset. A sunset in real time. They actually show the sun going down, which I'm a fan of.
That's what the animation budget went to.
Exactly.
It would have been funnier if it was a PowerPoint presentation.
Shows the kids making it back to the factory, and Ult is not happy to hear that they're staying the night, which made me laugh. Just like, what? Or what? I'm not staying in some stinking cabin. Me and Sableye got to camp outside. And they say, okay, if you say so.
I really like Ult.
Yeah.
Me too. He's my boy. He's so funny. He's always adding jokes. And there's so many people out there that don't like Ult.
His intro in this episode, hiding behind the bush, yelling because he doesn't want to get close to women. Just still being really confrontational, but from afar. It's very fun.
We get your two favorite thing in the world right before we cut to commercial break, and that's a little bit of a Liko internal monologue. Liko is a little bit concerned about our girl, Oreos.
The good thing is that it happens so infrequently that I don't register her internal monologue.
Yeah, it was fine. It was completely appropriate. So now it's time for commercial break. We're back from the commercial break, and it's cut to the next morning. We see a Rookie standing on business on top of the factory on the little giant Pokeball. Taylor, you had something to say about that?
It is so amusing that this ridiculously remote, hyper-specialized Pokeball factory has a gigantic Pokeball on top of it.
And I says to him, that's normal. That's reasonable. There's a donut place in Los Angeles, Randy's Donuts, and it has a big old giant donut on it.
But you need that for advertising. Who's going to go into the middle of the forest and see a factory and think, thank God it has a gigantic Pokeball the size of the factory on top of it?
Clearly, that's how Exceed found them. Geese Peep, you're telling me you've never gone into a giant hot dog-shaped building to order some conies?
I have not, actually.
You've never walked into a giant ice cream cone-shaped building? Hamburger-shaped building?
A giant bowl of soup?
Building?
The only fun-shaped building I've been in
Disney.
kind of is in like beach towns. So you know how they have like waves and
surfboard.
Wings. The cheap like beach stores. In Myrtle Beach, they have one where you walk through a giant shark jaw.
It's so insane hearing you talk about Myrtle Beach, considering that's where my entire father's side of the family lives. Myrtle Beach, Naples, yeah.
So then we get a heartfelt conversation with the two girlies, Karna, Oreos. And it kind of sounds like, I don't know, Geese Peep, maybe Karna is doing sort of a good job. Maybe just convincing Oreos that actually it's going to be okay if she decides to actually live her life and not hide her feelings. Maybe.
Karna is very upset with how stick in the mud Oreos is.
Nah,
she's trying everything to get her to talk a little bit.
Anyway, customers are going to be here soon, so we gotta get all these mysterious items that are not Pokeballs together for the customers. Oreos. What could it be? What could it be? And spoilers for anybody who didn't figure it out already. I figured out exactly what they're going to be immediately. So.
That's impossible.
Wow.
I still don't know what they are.
No, I already know. Oreos, she's still processing her feelings, so she takes a long walk alone in the forest. Very sad piano music. Very sad. As a matter of fact, Geese Peep, the piano music is so sad, Oreo starts to cry because she's having some flashbacks. She's remembering the fall of the Rising Bolt Tacklers.
He's not coming back.
He's not. She's remembering looking at Roy, how much Roy reminds him of Fritos, how when Fritos first showed up to Oreos when she was baby little Oreos and said, we're going to build an airship. And it's making her sad, Geese Peep.
The kids just want to know like what she's feeling, which of course is the last thing that Oreos wants to confront. And so she kind of lashes out.
Exactly. She finally shows up at the airship to the kids. They do a friendly little Ohio gozaimasu. But here's the thing. She says right to these kids. So, also important, I guess. Somebody at some point said, Oreos always comes back to the ship. But she reiterates, look, I'm not flying the ship. We're not going on an adventure. I'm sorry, kids.
I made it for Frito and he's gone.
Yeah. We're not going to do that again. I'm not giving it up. Liko then apologizes, and Oreo says, what are you apologizing for? And she said, I walked onto the ship without permission. And Oreo says, you don't need to apologize for that. It's not a big deal.
Classic emotional manipulation, kids.
My God. Oreos, you're really telling me you come to this ship every day of your life to keep it perfectly maintained, ready to take off at a second's notice, and we're not allowed to go on an adventure? Oreos? Geese Peep?
I'm sure the day-to-day is easy maintenance. Waxing the floors. Maybe that's what the Pokemon do, is they maintain it and Oreos takes credit. Just like Magby and Elekid are maintaining the factory and Oreos is just going back and forth with the same dial.
Taylor, just face it. Fritos is never coming back.
No!
Liko disagrees, doesn't she, Geese Peep?
She says that even though he is gone, it doesn't feel like that. And that if Fritos was here, they would want them to continue their mission and to keep Lucius's promise.
That's a good point.
To defend the world.
We remember
from
Lucius.
Laquium.
That's all very good points. By the way, while that's happening, Captain Pikachu is running up onto the ship. I wonder what his brilliant master plan is there.
Mm-hmm.
But I think, Geese Peep, Liko thinks Fritos is secretly alive. I think she thinks, Liko thinks Fritos truly alive, locked in a cell deep in a basement of Exceed.
I more interpreted that in that his spirit is alive. I don't know if she actually thinks he is alive.
Oh, no.
That's what I got as well.
Nah, she's totally different.
Because surprisingly, nobody has been saying, oh, we don't know that. Everybody's just been saying, oh, no, he's gone.
Nah, he's alive. And Liko wants the same path, and Roy agrees. He would want to stop the explorers, Geese Peep. He would want the truth of the Rising Voltaclers to finally come out. And at this point, Oreos looks up to the ship. She sees the cabin, what do they call it? The control. Every time I can't remember the bridge where you control the ship.
The bridge.
And oh my God, just like the old days, we see Captain Pikachu just standing on the wheel.
Yep.
Could bring a tear to a grown woman's eyes.
That was his plan the whole time. He just wanted to play on the wheel.
Old days. So majestic, honestly. They're playing the choir music, Geese Peep. They're going to town.
They're doing the thing where Oreos is having flashbacks. And I thought for sure, when it lingered on Oreo's face during the scene, I thought for sure we were going to see tears welling up. But nothing.
No, she's crying. Don't worry about it.
She just changed her eye shape a little bit.
No, she's crying again. Man, she says, Geese Peep.
She says, wow, I didn't think about it like that.
She says, I've been dwelling on the past.
Karna's been right these past 6 months.
I've been stuck in place.
Yeah.
Did this already happen? I know at some point Karna was saying, yeah, the thing is, Oreos didn't tell me for a while, but then at a certain point she revealed all of what happened and Fritos dying and everything. That must have been earlier.
She said that when she first ran to meet the kids at the airship.
Right. Anyway, oh my God, no time for that, Geese Peep. There's a loud crashing sound. It sounds like it's coming from the factory. What could be going on over there?
Oh my God.
From the Pokeball factory.
Everybody run back towards the Rookidee and the gigantic Pokeball.
Yeah, they sprint off. Oreos gets a little dizzy. Metagross pops out of its Pokeball. Metagross says in perfect Japanese to Oreos, it's going to be okay. We're going to recover. Why don't you just hop on me and I'll fly us?
Which was super sick. But Oreos has vertigo now?
Oh, yeah, big time.
I was confused by that.
She's a little dizzy.
And she was making it sound way too... I wish she had just gotten like weak in the knees and been like, I'm frightened. But instead, she starts, like, her vision starts blurring and she gets really vague with herself, saying, before, this wouldn't have happened.
She's just overcoming emotion. She'll be all right.
It was a weirdly done. I'm curious to see how it appears in English.
So Oreos makes it back to the Pokeball factory, and you have got to be kidding me. You're telling me I was right the whole time? These two ladies have been making Loquium spheres? They've been making strong spheres for Exceed?
No way. I still don't believe it.
Michael, you're so smart.
Thank you. Here's my question to all of you. Nidothing/Dot has been putting out all these videos of please report any Loquium sightings or Pokemon acting strange. Is there a reason she hasn't been telling the entire world, hey, guys, stop with the Loquium spheres?
They explain this literally in this episode. They're like, we need more evidence
before
and that's
putting
why
the
we
plane.
need the airship so they can gather all the evidence really quickly, and then that's gonna happen.
So they're going for a full old knockout case. I'm kind of surprised that the way social media works, they couldn't get INO and Nidothing to say, hey guys, we just want to express that we care about our audience. We've been noticing some strange effect of Loquium spheres. So if anything goes wrong with your Pokemon, we recommend not using them.
That's what
because now, if they go full gangbusters on the case with all of this evidence, everybody's going to say, hey, so Nidothing and like everybody knew, you know? Like the Officer Brody thing. Like, you let us get back in the water.
Oh, Jaws.
Yeah.
What I want to know is how they didn't know that they were making these for Exceed.
They're in the forest.
Because I'm telling you, Geese People, as we find out in this scene right now, first of all, I don't even know if Oreo's... Karna's just a simple factory girl. Yeah. I don't know if she knows anything about anything.
She does not. That's what she says.
She literally explained that Oreos told her about what happened with the explorers at the mountain.
And I'm telling you, I don't know if Oreos is aware that Exceed and Explorers is the same thing, and that's beside the point, because what I'm telling you, just listen to the next sentence, it's coming so soon, is there's just two little salarymen there who don't say where they're from. They're just the customers here to pick up the balls. They're just hysterical little salarymen.
What you can kind of extrapolate from this scene is that Oreos, as soon as they disbanded, left. This was before Exceed took over the world. So she doesn't know that Exceed took over the world. Karna doesn't know Exceed took over the world. They're just developing the outer shells of these spheres.
Yeah, they don't know. They didn't even know Loquium's going to go in there. But luckily, Ult is here to protect these simple girls from being taken advantage of.
Also, was Oreos at the actual site where Lucius was? Or was she back on the ship?
She was on the ship. It was just Oreos and the kids.
Okay, so
Fritos and the kids.
So she would know even less.
Exactly. Yep. Geese Peep, the gals, they just didn't know. And I guess the kids are already here. Because they're definitely explaining all about the negative effects of these Loquium spheres.
This exchange made me feel many different emotions.
Yes, Taylor, please.
These two poor salarymen clearly have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, they're saying it's safe.
Roy is refusing to fulfill Alt?
Who?
Is it Alt is stopping this exchange, right? Yes. Alt is not letting Karna fulfill her contract, which she requires to maintain her business. Salarymen also need this contract to be fulfilled. Alt is just doing this on the word of Roy and Liko as well, who he didn't trust until recently.
No.
Where were you this episode when they all went to the demonstration?
Oh, yeah, I guess that's true.
He literally destroyed the...
Yeah, you're right.
I don't know.
What I'm saying is this exchange should still happen. It's like 100 spheres, maybe. The evidence is still going to come out, and you don't need to draw more attention to this factory than need be. She could just say, this is going to be my last order. I can't manufacture these anymore.
Oh, you're trying to play the long game.
Well, that's what they're already doing, because at that point, they have to find a new manufacturer, and you get to see, you learn more about them with what they do after this, instead of confronting them.
Unfortunately, that plan was probably never in the cards, because as we're about to discover, I'm going to tell you what happens next. We're going to maybe discuss why that probably couldn't have happened. Alt succeeds in convincing Karna, Miss Carnival herself, these spheres are bad news. They're bad for Pokemon. They hurt Pokemon. If anything, they hurt the relationship between trainers and Pokemon.
I wonder what he said to her.
And Karna says, that's right. I will withdraw from this job. And I'm laughing so hard at these salarymen, Geese Peep, when they're trying to say, no, it's just him saying, here.
It was safety tested. We have blah, 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 blah.
We're not even asking you for anything more than, you're not directly involved with any Laqua. You've been doing this job for us. What's going on?
All right, listen to this salaryman. He was making me laugh. Well, this is me first, but then listen to salaryman.
Skushy. Oh, that's so good. What does that translate to?
Just a minute. Just get
Skushy.
Skushy just means a little bit, but you say that like Skushy. Whoa.
And then these two explorers pop out, and I'm like, who are these people? Also, when did they get a logo?
They've had the Explorers logo since the dawn of time. It's always been sick, and I've always liked it. And if you remember from episode 2 of our podcast, or discussing this, I said, wow, it looks like Team Plasma. Are they related to Team Plasma?
They should really make cool Rising Volt tacklers. Well, and change their name.
Yeah, but it's so sick when Captain Pikachu does the Rising Volt tackle. Hey,
just call yourselves the Guardians or something.
All I got it. Ooh, that's a good name. Well, but then they accuse him of stealing Garden's Galaxy. All I got to say is Karna got into this Pokeball business to connect trainers and their pokes, not to hurt them. This is when the admins in full Explorer uniform say, all right, enough fooling around, salarymen out of the way. We're taking care of this.
Which is interesting that they're even there. Like, why are there 4 people here? So 2 of them are the muscle / admins?
Yeah, the salarymen are there to make it look like it's not even going to exceed. Explorers.
Which is weird because Exceed is a globally loved company.
Yes.
So why the smoke and mirrors?
That's what I'm saying.
No, Exceed and Explorers, I'm saying. They're hiding the fact that they're the Explorers.
But nobody thinks the Explorers are anything.
What do you mean?
Do people think poorly of the Explorers? Because
no,
I thought
they think that the Explorers are good and that they're protecting. Remember when in the episode where they had the demonstration of the spheres?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Everybody loves
Coral and Sidian, and they were getting PR coaching from the other person.
Okay. So everybody likes the Explorers, correct?
Yes.
Everybody likes Exceed, correct?
Yes.
Then why is there a problem? That's what I was saying.
I don't know. I have the same exact question.
The Rising Volt Tacklers certainly have a problem with them.
Right.
You're just confused why the salarymen are there?
I'm confused why there needs to be a second layer of anything. It doesn't matter if the Explorers are Exceed because everybody loves everybody else.
Well, they're there. The Laqua spheres are very, very important. So you do need the muscle there. They're only there to protect the product if something goes wrong. And the salarymen are there just to do a nice business transaction.
Okay.
Anyway.
Weird dynamic.
Karna, at this point, is full on the side of Rising Volt Tacklers. What reason would she have to not trust Liko, Dot, and Roy and all the wonderful times they shared with the Glaring Wings that one time years ago?
I kind of wish that, that's her personality. I do like that Alt had to be proven. or this had to be proven to Alt. I like that Alt didn't just accept everything blindly, that he was like, okay, yeah, these aren't good.
And then Karna says, you need to leave.
Which is what? Oh, she's destined for failure.
Now, I would say Karna makes a little bit of a mistake here and says Liko and Roy's names out loud to them, at which point the explorers go, Liko and Roy, the evil Rising Voltaclers that we're going to take down, the villainous Rising Voltaclers that we will take out at any possible opportunity?
Which I'll bet they do think they're evil.
These guys, you think?
Even though they have the most evil designs of all time.
Yeah, you do have to wonder how many people in the organization know they're evil and are pretending, and how many people think they're on the right. They are the good guys.
It does no service for anybody in that organization to know the truth. Yeah. It just serves a purpose if they think they're evil.
That's a good... Wait, what? You mean the other thing?
No, I mean, if anybody knows that they're not, there would be some lack of authenticity to their public decrying of the Rising Voltacler.
Maybe I misheard you. You're saying they believe they're the good guys, correct?
No, they believe they're evil.
These two explorers.
Correct. It makes no sense for upper management to be telling any new recruits the truth, because then it would become a performance.
They're getting they're getting the propaganda that they're also telling the world.
Correct.
Go Paldean Tauros, both of you, Blaze Breed and Aqua Breed. Geese Peep, did you notice the salarymen sneaking away as soon as the battle starts? Very funny.
Yeah.
Actually, speaking of battle starting, it doesn't actually start, so you two must be thrilled out of your gullets to learn you actually watched an episode that contained 0 battles.
When they ended it and it was like, to be continued, I was like, this makes a lot more sense of why they had, I would say, a bit of a filler issue with this, because it's obvious they had to stretch this into 2 episodes.
Yeah.
But I thought this was a great episode.
I did too, actually.
Before it says to be continued, the evil explorers, of course, use strong spheres, Lockbeam spheres, on their Paldean Tauros to make them even eviler and stronger.
Yeah, they do look incredibly evil. The problem that I have with this, which is I was going to go over in my review score, but this to be continued would be so much more impactful if they didn't have a fight in every episode. If there were any kind of stakes, because when it's just like, oh, and it's time for a fight, it's time for a fight, it's time for a fight, and now they're like, to be continued, it's time for a fight. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, that's fine.
No, I liked it. I thought it was so sick they managed to do the entire episode without a fight.
Me
There
too.
is a fight coming, so you get to be disappointed about next week. But,
and that's the entire episode, I'm sure.
Geese Peep, before we discuss the episode, can you please tell us about this week's Mega, please?
This week, it's the flame Pokemon, Charizard.
You sound thrilled about Charizard.
I actually like his form, or at least the one that we see.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyway, Charizard is so sick that he actually has 2 forms. Anyway, this one's Mega Charizard X, and his body is black, and he has blue flames.
He's a dragon type. Very sick.
Do you two like this design?
Yeah, he's okay.
I liked it, yeah.
The color of his normal shiny, which people are a fan of.
Yeah. It's a good shiny.
The more battle experience it has, the more flames it has. And then Nidothing gets Nidothing, her suit catches on fire.
Wow.
That's it.
What a mega of the week. Guys, I thought this episode was pretty darn tootin'. Pretty good. We got characters coming back. How exciting. We get actual emotion, Geese Peep. We get actual feelings and thoughts. Are you kidding me? Piano music?
I wish instead of the filler animation lingering shots, we got more of a look into Karna's and Orio's experience during the past year.
I mean, same thing with Murdoch and Molly.
Molly.
The other members of the Rising Voltaclers.
Oh, I thought you were just saying I thought you were saying Murdoch and Molly that they were working at a factory.
No. I was just saying all the members of the Rising Voltaclers. Yeah. They show you where they are, which is cool, but this isn't a show where you're telling the audience to infer a lot.
We haven't seen Ludlow yet, right? I wonder where he is. Probably back on his little island, watching his old movies with Quagsire.
Yeah. Maybe he found Fritos. Maybe he's trying to... Maybe Ultra G, or what's his name? Mighty G?
Mighty, that sounds right? Priest, write in looklistandcast@gmail.com. Is it Mighty G?
So Mighty G could be planning a break-in to get Fritos out.
Oh my god!
Or Fritos could just not be alive anymore.
But yeah, this episode was a change of pace, I felt, and I even like battles, but the fact that you guys are always complaining about battles, I thought it was cool that they didn't have a battle, and so for that reason, this is probably going to be high 8s.
I liked how the kids, except for Ult, showed some emotional intelligence and were like, look, we're not going to force you to do this. We just want to understand what's going on.
Which
really
actually it kind of reinforces the age difference.
Yeah.
They grew up a lot in a year.
Mhm.
What's her...
Lose your mentor.
Oreo said it. Oreo's herself. She said it. Yeah, if I had to criticize this episode, just probably not. I did have some laughs, though. The salarymen were funny. And they're walking away. But there
Alt at the beginning, hilarious.
Were there a lot of cute moments? Not really.
Magby and Elekid.
They're babies. Yeah,
A cap on the wheel.
That's cute.
Snowrunt looks so happy.
He loves...
He saw them.
He loves being reunited. He's
big old smile.
Shuckle, my boy.
I'm shocked that Shuckle didn't go with Murdoch.
It's not his Pokemon.
Yeah, but were they anybody's?
Yes, clearly.
Really?
Like Rockruff belonged to... Yeah, some of the Pokemon just lived on the ship, and some of them had trainers.
Yeah, I just thought that Shuckle, given his proximity to Murdoch and always making Shuckle juice...
Nah, Shuckle juice is for everyone, Taylor.
Yeah, I know, but now it's for no one.
I don't know what to score this episode, because I feel like I preferred last week's episode. I feel like I have more to say, but yeah, I liked the emotion. I liked the
change of pace.
That's what I said. Yeah,
yeah, that's what I was.
Yeah,
I was agreeing.
Double stuffed Oreos, thinking about her sadness and trying to get over her problem.
And it also presented. Okay, I'll go first because I never go first.
And one final thing.
Yeah.
Very sick reveal that this is where the strong spheres have been being manufactured,
or one of the locations where they've been being manufactured.
One of them.
They're being manufactured. I really like the dynamic between Oreos and Karna. I feel like that's a real relationship between people instead of they're just next to each other. I like that they didn't have a battle. I like that you see that there's a lot of complexity, which is unusual for this show, revolving Oreo's relationship with this whole thing, suppressing how she felt about a traumatic event, holding on to the ship, but not wanting to use it.
Yeah, keeping it perfect.
Completely going underground afterwards, along with like Karna already was, but Oreos deliberately didn't seek out any information about the world afterwards. And the reveal, seeing how the explorers do business, seeing that Liko and Roy are on their radar. You had Alt being hilarious, but also being an independent character that like stands up for things. I think this is a great episode. I'm going to say 9.2.
Wow. I will say it was very funny. Geese, Peep, and I both found this very funny. Oreo's pretending to work, just playing with the dials. 9.2 from Taylor. Let me type that in the old type
machine.
I really like the episode too. For some reason, I can't give it above an 8.8. I can't really put my finger on why, but
they didn't have food. Yeah. They didn't have a lot of cute.
It just doesn't
funny.
Feel
wasn't
like a 9, but I do think it's a really good episode. How did you feel about this episode?
I agree that I can't quite pinpoint why it wasn't a super high one for me, but I did like it. I did like the change of pace. I don't know. Maybe I'm probably gonna have to judge it by the part 2. Honestly. I'll give it an 8.5, but I think I'll reassess after I see part 2.
I'm just very excited with how unique this episode felt as far as tone, and it didn't feel rinse and repeaty at all. It kind of showed somebody getting with somebody from the past where it really made sense. Like, I don't know. Most of the other people, well, they all kind of felt like this, but after a traumatic event, it makes sense for people to run away from a situation. And it's so sick that Oreos did that in such a way that I believe, and it adds complexity to her character instead of just, oh, I've just been keeping busy. Molly did the same thing, though.
So what I'm hearing is that if you put Oreos in an episode, Taylor's going to give it a 9 no matter what.
What did I give the last? Oh, that was pre-scoring. Okay, so
pre-scoring.
All the episodes that I've seen that have Oreos just happen to get a 9 or above.
Well, it's a good episode. I'll leave it at that, guys.
It's a fantastic episode. Honestly, give it 3 points just for having Oreos.
Exactly. I wonder how next week is. I'll tell you the next week on Pokes. We don't normally discuss next week on Pokes, but this was the most vague next week on Pokes I think I've ever seen, because literally all it shows is some of the battle, and then Orio's just kind of standing there, which is kind of exciting. So I don't know what's going to happen next week.
That's why I never watch next week.
But next week is so exciting. You kidding me?
I don't know if it's exciting.
Guys, I think we've discussed this episode. I think we like it. I think it's a pretty all right episode.
It's a great episode.
It's probably time for the wrap up. Everybody's got to go to the bathroom, right? Taylor, throw it to Geese Peep. It's time for the wrap up.
Thanks, everyone, for listening. You can follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube.
Geese Peep?
Yeah, do that. And also like and comment and subscribe so more people can find us.
Like the bell. Ring the ding.
Like, comment, and subscribe. Geese Peep, please. Let's shout out Keith.
Thank you to Keith for our artwork. You can find him at twitch.tv/KeithSquared.
Keith? Shouts out Professor Ticklebits for the website and the
boilerplate.
Twitch.tv/prof_Ticklebits. Please recommend this podcast to the cousins on Cousins Week and people who like entertainment.
And cousins.
And you can send questions to looklistandcast@gmail.com.
Or your cousins.
Everybody, it's time to say goodbye. Is next week's episode going to be good? Only one way to find out. Let's find out next week on Look, Listen, Cast
at gmail.com.
Goodbye. I need 5 goodbyes from Geese Peep and at least 1 from Taylor.
Goodbye.
All right.
Goodbye.
Okay, 3 more, please.
Goodbye.
Probably 1 more is probably good.
Bye-bye.
And 3 more.
Goodbye.
Howdy, y'all. It's me, Geese Peep. Thank you for listening to the Geese Peep Productions podcast.
Geese Peep Enterprises, doing business as Peep Industries, together with its subsidiaries, is a diversified worldwide entertainment company with operations in media networks, talent management, parks and resorts, multimedia entertainment, and consumer products and interactive media. Geese Peep Enterprises is a Dow 30 company.